Yo, what's up, guys? It's Demon Boss 12 here, also known as Detective Yuki, and I'll be explaining why Vision Shaper is secretly overpowered. Now, I know people are probably wondering, Vision Shaper overpowered? That shit involves 50 charisma. Charisma's useless. Now, hear me out, yeah? Vision Shaper is a lot better than you think, but you probably need to add some stuff or figure out some stuff about Vision Shaper, and I'm here to inform you about the stuff about Vision Shaper to make it secretly broken. Now, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, like the video, and comment down below what you'd like to see. And yeah, let's get straight into the video by first talking about. So the first one we're going to be talking about is Illusionary Counter. Now, when Illusionary Counter first came into Deepwoken, that shit was busted. Okay, we can all agree it was busted because if someone was to hit you during the counter active frames, not only would they be stuck, but you basically get a free swing or two on them. But they kind of reworked the Illusionary Counter to be a lot weaker than that because not only does it not leave them vulnerable enough for you to punish, but it doesn't even do any real damage. But here's the utility for Illusionary Counter. Multiple utilities actually. One, Illusionary Counter can void full damage altogether completely. So say for instance you were to fall from a high place with Illusionary Counter. If you pop Illusionary Counter just before you the contact of the fall, you take absolutely no full damage. Now this is very helpful in many situations, especially from running away or if you get flung into the air and just go crashing down and probably can't get restored because the Deepwoken mods are kind of bad. But hey, that's beside the point. Now, another thing Illusionary Counter is good for is auto tracking moves. Now, I guess prediction is better in this sense because it actually does real damage, but hey, illusionary counter still works because say for instance, if someone was to use ice daggers on you, you can illusionary counter and the effects of ice daggers would be transported to them, which means if they have any talents like the freeze and daggers talent where it freezes the opponent, they will get frozen instead, which can lead up to a potential follow-up from you. Or if they have another move like Tacit Dropkick that auto tracks onto you, you can use illusionary counter instead of you falling, they fall on the floor, which allows you to get an initial swing or two on them, which is why Illusionary Counter is very good. Next thing we're going to be discussing is Illusionary Servants. Now, Illusionary Servants off base is not very good and it needs a talent. Well, actually, not anymore after Deepwoken's update, but you need to progress your Vision Shaper completely for the Illusionary Servants to be somewhat viable because you can extend the duration by fully unlocking your Vision Shaper progression and adding Eternal Lockstones and Aeon Lockstones. Now, there's another way to increase the duration, but I'm not going to release that to the public because that's just fucking broken and I don't want it to get nerfed, so I'm going to keep it to myself. And if you want to know, you have to pay me enchants. So, yeah. The reason why Illusionary Servants is very good because it's just instant free pressure. And the servants, not only do they not do damage, of course not, because that would be broken, but they do push damage, which is very important. Well, is going to be very important later too, because you know parrying is not going to be good and blocking is going to be more viable apparently. So yeah, and illusionary servants, if you put the eternal logstones and have the oath fully progressed, it lasts for about 15 seconds. So that's just 15 seconds of instant pressure, and within that time you can probably get some back shot. I mean, hit them in the back a couple of times because you know, yeah, they're going to be focused on your clone. And you can just spam mantras and keep them at a distance and they'll probably get hit by it, which is why Illusionary Servants is very good. And it also is buffed in Illusionary Realm, but we'll talk more about that now. Now, lastly, we're going to be covering is Illusionary Realm. And yeah, we all know Illusionary Realm, the thing that opens that domain expansion that no one falls for. You can even go down parry sometimes. And yeah, it's not that hard to land. It's not that easy to land, but oh boy, when you do land it, it has so many pros, so much utility, and overall, it's just busted. Now, first thing I'm going to be talking about is how the Illusionary Realm scales damage there. So if you take damage in the Illusionary Realm, only 40% of the damage you take will actually happen, while the other 60% will get voided. But if your enemy takes damage, 60% of the damage taken is actually real, and 40% is fake or not, it doesn't exist. Which means, within the realm, you technically do 20% more damage to your enemies than they do to you, which is always a good thing. Now, next thing we're going to be talking about is illusionary servants within the realm, and illusionary servants within the realm do true damage and they have true hit stun, which means you're essentially creating a 2v1 scenario within the Illusionary Realm, which is obviously a good thing in your benefit. Now, I'm not really sure if the Illusionary Realm proc enchants in there too, because you know what they're doing is actually true damage, but that's gonna have to be further tested. And another thing about Illusionary Realm that some people don't really know is that if a no-life king user goes in there, they technically can die or head explode if they equip their weapon. And I'm pretty sure when you go to Illusionary Realm, your weapon is not equipped, which means they have to equip their weapon within the Illusionary Realm. And if they don't have high enough sanity, bye bye, they die. And I'll even show a clip of this happening to my friend, which was pretty funny. Yeah, he bit the dust. And the last utility, you're probably wondering what could this last utility be? The fact that if you use Illusionary Servant over a knocked person's body, they will not go inside the Illusionary Realm, but you will. And say for instance, you're probably wondering, what's this useful for? And this is useful for, say for instance, your friend gets knocked and the opponent doesn't have Reaper or Soldiers or something like that. If you use the Illusionary Realm over their body, you will be put in the realm, and anyone that tries to pick up their body will be put into the realm too, which just allows for your opponent, your friend, to escape and heal. Because when they wake up from being knocked, for some reason they're not put in the realm either, which just allows them to heal while you obviously take the fight or run or whatever, or do your healing too, which is also good. And let's not forget the Mirage from the deep, that if you get a deep hour Squibbo, you're gonna probably do some damage to your opponent, especially a Squibbo, unless like they're a PvE build for some reason ganking you. But if they get a Sharko, yeah, I don't know what to say to you, but yeah. And yeah, that's me explaining all the good things about uh whatever you call Shape of the Vision. There we go, Shape of the Vision. And I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.